Hi, and welcome to the pre-departure orientation video focused on finances and communication. In terms of accessing money abroad, ATMs are generally going to be your primary source, but I always recommend that you've got a little bit of US cash with you. You can exchange money at the airport in DC or whatever is your departure city or when you arrive in country, but generally you're going to get the best rates by withdrawing money from the ATM. Make sure that you've notified your bank and credit card companies that you're traveling so that they don't lock down those cards and think the activity is fraudulent. And if you haven't used your ATM PIN code outside of the US before, make sure with your bank that it will work using the same code. You should be aware of ATM withdrawal fees charged by your bank and credit foreign transaction fees. And finally, I recommend utilizing Owando's currency converter. They have an app that you can utilize offline. It's a great resource. I use it all the time when I travel. As far as your phones go, you should speak to your service provider about international options, and in most cases you can actually add an international plan by logging into your account online. It's certainly possible to unlock your phone and purchase a local SIM card, but you're only going to be gone for a couple of days. That may not be necessary to do. When I travel internationally, I tend to rely on Wi-Fi calling and messaging. Programs like Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, and Facebook Messenger are really good resources. All of those can work without a data plan. You can keep your phone in airplane mode, turn on Wi-Fi, and you're good to go. Regardless of what you decide to do, your phone should be silenced and out of sight for all of our visits. You can use AU's VPN when you're traveling abroad. There are some things you'll need to download ahead of time if you want to do that, so make sure that you're logging into the AU portal and taking care of that before you leave the US. It is important to note that many of the places we travel to for our immersions are not going to have reliable internet access. In particular, emerging countries, sub-Saharan Africa in particular, there's going to be some real challenges with internet access. In other places, there are real challenges with internet security issues. So depending upon the program location, you should absolutely be prepared to not have consistent internet and that you'll need to limit your internet use significantly. We do often have gifts that we'll present to speakers at the end of the visits, and then in some cases we may ask students to take turns presenting, so you should think about that. But gratitude doesn't just go to those who we're giving gifts to. Please make sure that you take the time to thank the people who are taking time out of their day to help us. That includes bus drivers, tour guides, hosts at the company visits. Make sure that you've taken time to thank them. And that's it for finances and communication. We'll see you for the next presentation that's focused on health and safety. Thanks.